Hi, I'd like to introduce you to today's lesson. We're going to have a lesson in which you get to choose your own adventure. You get to decide what's interesting to you. This is a book sampling lesson, and by book sampling, I mean book tasting or a book pass. It gives you a chance to check out a few different titles, read about them, maybe read a sample of that title, and even watch a book trailer for that book. Before we get started, please tell us a little about yourself. Which grade are you in? And select your school and your teacher. You'll notice that all the teachers at a single school are lumped together. Clegg, Forsyth, Open, Scarlett, Slauson, Steam, and Tappan. Be sure to click Next to move to the next part of this lesson. This page is very important. This is our collections page. On this choice board, you get to start your own adventure. We have a number of different collections of books for you to explore. From here, you're going to have a collection of all fantasy books if you choose fantasy. The same for this: graphic novels, historical fiction, LGBTQIA, nonfiction, novels in verse, own voices, realistic fiction, science fiction, series books, sports books, superheroes, gods, and goddesses. This last radio button is for the very end of your time when you're ready to request a book. Before we get there, let's check out one of these collections. I'm interested in the Own Voices collection. You're going to click the radio button and then scroll down and choose Next. So you'll notice that we're on the Own Voices page. And here is an explanation of what that means. What is the Own Voices movement, for example? Underneath, you'll see that we have a series of books, each with the title and the author. You can scroll through these books and figure out which one you're interested in reading. Make sure to click Next, and then the form will take you to the book that you've just chosen. I've chosen a book called This Book is Anti-Racist: 20 Lessons on How to Wake Up, Take Action, and Do the Work. The author is Tiffany Jewell, and here we have a summary of the book. Down below, you can read a sample or watch a video. Let's check it out. If you click on the sample, you'll notice that I am opening a new tab. This tab is taking us to the Midwest Collaborative for Library Services. Ann Arbor District Library is a member of the Midwest Collaborative, and because you're an Ann Arbor Public Schools student, you can get a library card for the Ann Arbor District Library. The really great news about this lesson is that you don't need a library card to read a sample. Let's try it. You're going to open up a sample of the book, and it will open you into the introductory pages of the book. Now, in this sample, you're going to click in the center of the page on the right to move the pages forward, and the left to move the pages back. Right to move forward. And here you can see you get to read a sample of the book. It doesn't give you the entire book, but it gives you a good number of pages, and you can spend as much time as you're interested in reading this sample. Some samples are much longer and some samples are shorter. And when you come to the end, it will tell you the end of the sample. Thanks for trying this book in Overdrive Read. When you're finished, come to the top right corner and click the X, and then you'll come back to this landing page. Now you'll notice that on the landing page you can scroll down and read a bit more about the book. That's your choice. If you're finished with this sample, close the tab and it takes you back to the book page. Now you can also watch a video. Again, it's opening a new tab, and
Hi, I'm going to read a little bit of my book to you. This book is Anti-Racist. I'm the author, Tiffany Jewell, and it's illustrated by Andrew-Vaughan, who is an amazing artist. This book is not just a book to read.
When you're finished watching the book trailer, you can close the tab and it will take you back to the Google form. Once you've explored this book and you are ready to move on to the next, please let us know. On a scale of 1 to 5, how likely are you to read This Book is Anti-Racist? Tell us 1 if this is not a good choice for you, and any number in between, all the way up to 5, yes, please. I think I might be interested in checking this book out. By choosing yes, please, you are not checking the book out, though. You're just letting us know that you'd really like us to have this in our collection for other folks to check out, or maybe for you to check out next time. I clicked next, and it brought us back to this collections page. Your teacher will give you some parameters for this lesson. Your teacher might ask you to sample a certain number of books, maybe 6 books, or perhaps your teacher will give you a time frame to go sample books, maybe a half hour, maybe 40 minutes. After that time is up, you're going to choose this radio button, I'm finished for now and I'd like to request a book. Click the next button. Here you are going to have to answer a couple of required questions. And the last required question asks, are you reading a book right now? If you are, and you don't need a book at this time, you'll click this radio button, click next, and it will take you to a question that asks which book you're reading. If you are not reading a book right now and you need to request an ebook, we'd like to help you out. Click that radio button and click next. You'll get a list of all 60 books on this Choose at Your Own Adventure page, and you'll tell us which one you're interested in requesting. Then our wonderful Ann Arbor Public Schools librarians will do their very best to get that ready for you. I hope you enjoy the lesson, and I hope you follow your interests and maybe learn a little about your interests from this book sampling.